أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير آمين يا رب العالمين.
In this lecture, we will have introduction to fi'il Mudaareh, which is fi'il in the present or future tense. We have studied that in Arabic, the three tenses are incorporated into two forms. There is a category for past tense and there is a separate category for present or future tense. Fi'il exists in two forms of tense, the past tense and the present or future tense. Fi'il in the past tense is called fi'il mazi and fi'il in the present or future tense is called fi'il mudaareh. The literal meaning of mudaareh is similar to or like or comparable. We will study that mudaareh has similarity to ism in certain aspects. Once again, mudaareh can literally be translated to similar to, like or comparable. Before we proceed further, let us do some revision of Jumla Fi'liya. We studied that Jumla Fi'liya will at least have two parts, fi'il and fa'il. Fa'il is the one performing the action and fa'il will always be marfu. Specific to fa'il, we studied that fa'il can either be an ism zamir or a marfu personal pronoun. When fa'il is a marfu personal pronoun, then any of the 14 cells from our table of Jumla Fi'liya in the past tense can be used. The table goes as follows: Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu, Zahabat, Zahabata, Zahabna, Zahabta, Zahabtoma, Zahabtum, Zahabti, Zahabtoma, Zahabtunna, Zahabtu, Zahabna. These are all examples of Jumla Fi'liya in the past tense, and in all of these examples, fa'il is represented by marfu personal pronouns. These marfu personal pronouns are huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. So fa'il can either be an ism zamir or marfu personal pronoun, or fa'il can be an ism zahir or a noun. When fa'il is a noun, then only cell number 1 or cell number 4 can be used to make Jumla Fi'liya. We further studied that a Jumla Fi'liya can also have maf'ul. Maf'ul is the recipient of the action. So fa'il is the one performing the action and maf'ul is the recipient of the action. Maf'ul will always be mansub. Similar to fa'il, we also studied that maf'ul can either be a noun or ism zahir, or maf'ul can be a pronoun or ism zamir. In the case of maf'ul, the pronoun will be a mansub personal pronoun. And mansub personal pronouns are as follows: hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, ya, na. We next studied that in Arabic grammar, for every action we require only 3 root letters. These 3 root letters are called huruf-e mada. There are 3 patterns of the root letters of fi'il mazi, or we can say that there are 3 patterns of root letters of fi'il in the past tense. These 3 patterns are as follows: fa'ula pattern, fa'ila pattern, and fa'ala pattern. Examples of fa'ula pattern are qaruba, ba'uda. Qaruba means he came near, ba'uda means he went far. Examples of fa'ila pattern include fariha, he became happy, amila, he did or he worked. And examples of fa'ala pattern include khalaqa, he created, ghafara, he forgave. In the previous lectures, we made tables on these 3 patterns for fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense. So we made tables for Jumla Fi'liya in the past tense based on fa'ula pattern, fa'ila pattern and fa'ala pattern. The table of fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense has 14 cells. For example, we will use the fa'ula pattern to make our table of fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense, and the table is as follows: fa'ula, fa'ula, fa'ulu, fa'ulat, fa'ulata, fa'ulna, fa'ulta, fa'ultuma, fa'ultum, fa'ulti, fa'ultuma, fa'ultunna, fa'ultu, fa'ulna. Similarly, the table of fi'il mudaareh or fi'il in the present or future tense will also have 14 cells. So just like we made the table for Jumla fi'liya in the past tense and we came up with 14 cells for the table, similarly when inshallah we make tables for fi'il mudaareh or fi'il in the present or future tense, we will see that the table for fi'il mudaareh will also have 14 cells. Now we will make tables of fi'il mudaareh using fi'il on the patterns of fa'ala, fa'ila and fa'ula. We will start with the pattern of fa'ula first, and the reason is that fa'ula pattern is the easiest and the most straightforward one to use to make table for fi'il mudaareh. So inshallah, let's start making tables for fi'il mudaareh, starting off with the fa'ula pattern. Before we start making tables for fi'il mudaareh, let us study an important rule. This rule is that fi'il mudaareh is recognized by certain signs or alamat. These signs will always be seen at the start of fi'il mudaareh. Once again, fi'il mudaareh is recognized by certain signs, and these signs are called alamat of fi'il mudaareh, and these signs will always be seen at the start of fi'il mudaareh. There are a total of 4 signs or 4 markers of fi'il mudaareh, and these 4 signs or 4 alamat are as follows. Number 1, ya. Number 2, ta. Number 3, alif. And number 4, noon. Once again, fi'il mudaareh is recognized by certain signs or certain alamat. These will always be seen at the start of fi'il mudaareh, and these 4 signs are ya, ta, alif and noon. Now we will study how to make fi'il mudaareh or fi'il in the present or future tense from the past tense fi'il or fi'il mazi on the fa'ula pattern. Before we proceed, we need to consider 2 important points. Number 1, fi'il mudaareh will start with one of the 4 signs of fi'il mudaareh or one of the 4 alamat of fi'il mudaareh. These are ya, ta, alif and noon. And the second point is that the table of fi'il mudaareh will begin with fi'il mudaareh that starts with ya. So just like we have a table for fi'il mazi, we will also have a table for fi'il mudaareh, and cell number 1 of fi'il mudaareh table will start with fi'il mudaareh that has ya at its beginning. Let us start making our table of fi'il mudaareh, and we will start with cell number 1. First of all, we will look at the table of fi'il mazi, and we will focus on cell number 1 of the fi'il mazi table. Here we have cell number 1 that shows fa'ula. Let us try to make fa'ula into its corresponding fi'il mudaareh. We will need to follow certain steps. Step number 1, we will write fa'ula like this. We will write it without any harakat. That is step number 1. Step number 2, we will only focus on the beginning of the fi'il mudaareh. We will ignore the rest for now. Step number 2 involves adding the sign of fi'il mudaareh at the beginning of fi'il mudaareh. We studied that there are 4 signs of fi'il mudaareh: ya, ta, alif and noon. So here we are adding ya, the sign of fi'il mudaareh, at the beginning of fi'il mudaareh. And we also studied that cell number 1 will have ya at its beginning. So step number 1, we wrote the root letters. Step number 2, we added the sign of fi'il mudaareh or ya at the beginning. And in the second step, we will also add a zabar on this ya. This is fixed per rule, and this is for active voice use. So if we are using fi'il mudaareh in the active voice, on the sign of fi'il mudaareh, we will add a zabar. So our step number 2 is complete at this point. And now we move on to step number 3. Step number 3, we will go to the end of fi'il mudaareh, and we will have another rule. And the rule is that for cell number 1, Mudaareh will always have pesh on the last harf. So, step number 1, we wrote the root letters. Step number 2, we added the sign of fi'il Mudaareh at the beginning of fi'il Mudaareh, and that will be ya. We have a zabar on the ya, which is fixed per rule for active voice use. And for step number 3, we move to the last harf of the fi'il Mudaareh and we add pesh on it, which is according to a fixed rule. Next, we go to step number 4. Step number 4 is that the first root letter, so these were our root letters and the first root letter is fa. The first root letter, which is fa, will always have sukoon on it. So again, rule number 1, write the root letters. Rule number 2, add sign of fi'il Mudaareh at the beginning of the fi'il Mudaareh. In cell number 1, that is going to be ya. We add a zabar on this ya. Rule number 3, we will add a pesh on the last harf of cell number 1 fi'il Mudaareh. Step number 4, we will take the first root letter, which is fa, and we will add sukoon to it. And our final step is step number 5, which is focusing on the middle root letter. In this case, that is ain, and the middle root letter will have pesh on it, just like the middle root letter in faula had pesh on it. So the middle root letter of faula had pesh on it, and the middle root letter of fi'il Mudaareh will also have pesh on it. So based on this construction, we have the following conclusion. Faula becomes yaf'ulu. Faula is fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense. Yaf'ulu is fi'il Mudaareh or fi'il in the present or future tense. Let us look at some examples. We have cell number 1 of fi'il mazi or cell number 1 of fi'il in the past tense. The example is karuma. Karuma means he honored. And the corresponding fi'il Mudaareh for cell number 1, which is fi'il in the present or future tense, will be yakrumu. So if we follow this pattern of rules, faula became yaf'ulu, karuma becomes yakrumu. Karuma, he honored. Yakrumu, he honors or he will honor. Qaruba, he was near. Qaruba is on the same pattern as faula. Qaruba will become yaqrubu. Faula became yaf'ulu. Qaruba will become yaqrubu. Qaruba, he was near. Yaqrubu, he is near or he will be near. To summarize, there are certain steps that we need to follow to make cell number 1 of fi'il Mudaareh table. For this, we will use cell number 1 of fi'il mazi table as a reference. Our first step will be to write the root letters. Our second step will be to add the sign of fi'il Mudaareh at the beginning of fi'il Mudaareh. For cell number 1, that first sign will be ya, and we will add zabar to that ya for active voice use. Our step number 3 is going to focus on the last harf of the fi'il Mudaareh, and we will add pesh on it, which is fixed per rule. Our fourth step is going to focus on the first root letter, which in this case is fa, and the first root letter will have sukoon on it. And our last step, or step number 5, is going to focus on the middle root letter, and on the middle root letter, in the case of faula, we have pesh. Similarly, in the case of fi'il Mudaareh, we will also add pesh on the middle root letter, and we have the final result of yaf'ulu. Faula, yaf'ulu. Now we have completion of construction of cell number 1 of fi'il Mudaareh table, and we have the result yaf'ulu. Please notice that yaf'ulu is beginning with the sign of fi'il Mudaareh, which is ya with zabar on it. Now we move on to cell number 2. Cell number 2 will be for dual and masculine, and the result is yaf'ulani. Let us study how we come up with this result. For this, we will have to use some examples. In the case of study of ism, we used muslimun for singular and masculine, and for dual and masculine, we said muslimani. Please notice the ani ending sound. So muslimun became muslimani. Kafirun became kafirani. And on that pattern, we see that in the fi'il Mudaareh table, we have yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani. So again, we have the ani ending sound for dual and masculine. This is where the similarity is between Mudaareh and ism. Fi'il Mudaareh indicating dual number will end with ani ending sound. Please recall that in fi'il mazi table or fi'il in the past tense, we did not have the ani ending sound. We had zahaba, zahaba. We did not have zahaba, zahabani. So we will notice in fi'il mudare table construction that there are patterns that are similar to what we saw in the study of ism. So yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. This is again similar to the pattern that we see in ism. In the case of ism, we had muslimun, muslimani for dual, muslimuna for plural and masculine. Please focus on the una ending sound. In the case of fi'il mudare, we have yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Similarity of mudare to ism is noted once again. Fi'il mudare indicating plural and masculine will end with una ending sound. Once again, compare this to fi'il mazi table or fi'il in the past tense table, where fi'il mazi did not have the una ending sound for cell number 3. In the case of fi'il mazi, the table was as follows: zahaba, zahaba, zahabu. We did not say zahabuna. But in the case of fi'il mudare table, we are following a pattern that is similar to what we saw in ism. Yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Our next cell is cell number 4, which has the following result: taf'ulu. Now let us pay attention here. This is the beginning of fi'il mudare that starts with ta. So we studied the 4 signs of fi'il mudare, which is ya, ta, alif and noon. So far we have started with ya, but this is the first instance where we are seeing the introduction of ta. Please also note that in the past tense table or in the fi'il mazi table, cell number 4 is where we have introduction to ta as well. So that is the similarity that mudare table has to mazi table. In the past tense table, fi'il mazi, cell number 4 is where ta was introduced. So cell number 4 is the first instance where ta is introduced both in fi'il mazi table and in fi'il mudare table. So we have yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna, taf'ulu. Let us move to the next cell, which is taf'ulani. Taf'ulani is again on the same pattern as yaf'ulani. Ani, ani. So for the dual column, we are having the ani ending sound. Yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani. And now we move to cell number 6. Cell number 6 is always important, whether it is fi'il mudare table or it is fi'il mazi table. Here we see yaf'ulna. So here we need to pay attention to certain rules. Fi'il mudare that begins with ya is only applicable to cell number 1, 2, 3 and 6. Fi'il mudare that begins with ya is applicable to cell number 1, 2, 3, not to 4, not to 5, and then it is applicable to 6. So we have yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna, taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Please also recall that in the table of fi'il mazi, we used cell number 1 to make cell number 6. And we are going to apply the same rule in the fi'il mudare table. We are going to use cell number 1 to make cell number 6. So we take yaf'ulu, we copy and paste it here, and we convert yaf'ulu into yaf'ulna. Please also note that in the case of yaf'ulna, we cannot use the una ending sound. We are not going to say something like yaf'uluna that we have in the plural and masculine. And that is because una ending sound is used to indicate plural and masculine. Yaf'ulna is used for plural and feminine, so we cannot have the una ending sound here. To summarize, we have further construction of our fi'il mudare table as follows. Yaf'ulu is cell number 1. Yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. It is very important to continue to pay attention to what happens between cell number 1 and cell number 6. So far we are using ya, then we switch to ta, and then for cell number 6 we are switching back to ya. And the only cells in fi'il mudare table where we are starting the fi'il mudare with ya are going to be cell number 1, 2, 3 and 6. Now we will continue our study of fi'il mudare table. We start with yaf'ulu. We have yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Next we go into the second person category and we have the following results. taf'ulu. Please notice that this is on the same pattern, yaf'ulu, taf'ulu, taf'ulu, as we see in the singular column. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani. For this column, once again, we see the ani ending pattern. Taf'uluna. Taf'uluna is very similar to yaf'uluna. Taf'uluna is going to be used for plural and masculine. So the pattern that we are seeing here is that for the second person, all of the fa'il mudare are starting with ta. We have ta with a zabar on it. So we have taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna. Yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina. This again is a similarity to what we see in ism. For example, we had muslimun, muslimani, muslimuna, muslimina. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina. Please note that taf'ulina is the odd one out in this entire table. Taf'ulina is used for singular and feminine, and this is the only cell in the entire table where we have the ina ending sound. Taf'ulina is used to indicate singular and feminine for the second person category. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina, taf'ulani. So we are again seeing the consistent pattern of ani ending sound for dual numbers in the fa'il mudare table. Finally, we have taf'ulna. At this point, the fa'il mudare table has completed the category of ta as well. So fa'il mudare table began with the first sign of fa'il mudare, that was ya, and we completed ya with cell number 1, 2, 3 and 6. Then we started the second sign of fa'il mudare, which was ta, and ta included the rest of the table up to this point. Taf'ulna is the point where fa'il mudare that begins with ta ends. So we have the table as follows: yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna, taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna, taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina, taf'ulani, taf'ulna. And now we have only two cells left. For singular and masculine and feminine in the first person, we have af'ulu, and for both dual and plural in the first person, for both masculine and feminine, we have naf'ulu. So we at this point have covered all of the signs of fa'il mudare. Ya, which is for cell number 1, 2, 3 and 6. Then the rest of the table starts with the ta sign of fa'il mudare, and the last two cells will cover alif and noon. So here is our conclusion. In fa'il mudare table, 4 cells begin with ya sign. 8 cells are going to begin with ta sign. 1 cell is going to begin with alif sign, and 1 cell is going to begin with the noon sign. So our total number of cells is 14, similar to our total number of cells in fa'il mazi table, which was also 14. We will recap our table as follows: yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna, taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Please notice that we are switching back to ya with cell number 6. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina. Ina ending sound only applies to singular and feminine for the second person. Taf'ulina, taf'ulani, taf'ulna. This is the point where fa'il mudare that starts with ta ends. Af'ulu, naf'ulu. Yaf'ulu, yaf'ulani, yaf'uluna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, yaf'ulna. Taf'ulu, taf'ulani, taf'uluna, taf'ulina, taf'ulani, taf'ulna. Af'ulu, naf'ulu.
Now we will do practice of fa'il mudare, and we will make tables for different fa'il mudare. We will start each table by constructing cell number 1. For construction of cell number 1, we will follow the steps that we have learned. We will take fa'il in the past tense. In this case, we are using the example of karuma. Karuma is on the same pattern as fa'ula. Our step number 1 will be that we will write the root letters kaf, ra and mim. In step number 2, we will add ya at the beginning of fa'il mudare for cell number 1. We are adding ya because ya is one of the signs of fa'il mudare,
These signs are ya, ta, alif and noon, and we studied that for cell number 1 we will add ya with zabar on it. Step number 3, we will add pesh on the last harf of fi'il mudaare. Step number 4, we will add sukoon to the first root letter. We have kaf, ra and mim. Kaf is the first root letter, so we will add sukoon to it. And the final step is that the middle root letter, which is ra, we will add pesh to it. And we are adding pesh to it because we studied that for fa'ula pattern, if the middle root letter has pesh on it, similarly the same letter in fi'il mudaare will also have pesh on it. So we have the final result yakrumu. Karuma, yakrumu. Karuma is fi'il in the past tense. Yakrumu is fi'il in the present or future tense. Yakrumu will be our cell number 1 for fi'il mudaare table. Yakrumu, he honors or he will honor. Yakrumu, yakrumani, yakrumuna. Takrumu, please notice the change to ta. Takrumu, takrumani, yakrumna. Please notice that we are once again switching to ya at cell number 6. Takrumu, takrumani, takrumuna, takrumina. Please notice the ina ending sound for singular and feminine cell in the second person category. Takrumani, takrumna. Akrumu, nakrumu. Akrumu, I honor or I will honor. Nakrumu, we honor or we will honor. Next we will take fi'il mazi, which is qaruba. Qaruba again is on the pattern of fa'ula. We will first of all write the root letters qaf, ra, ba. Next we will add ya with zabar on it at the beginning. Next we will add pesh on the last harf of the fi'il mudaare. Next we will add sukoon on the first root letter. The first root letter is qaf, so we will add sukoon to it. And finally we will add pesh on the middle root letter. The middle root letter in this case is ra. And for fa'ula pattern, we know the rule that if the middle root letter has pesh on it, the corresponding letter in fi'il mudaare will also have pesh on it. So we have the final result yaqrubu. Qaruba, yaqrubu. Yaqrubu, he is near or he will be near. Yaqrubu, yaqrubani, yaqrubuna. Taqrubu, taqrubani, yaqrubna. Again notice the switch to ya at cell number 6. Taqrubu, taqrubani, taqrubuna, taqrubina, taqrubani, taqrubna. Aqrubu, naqrubu. Aqrubu means I am near or I will be near. Naqrubu means we are near or we will be near. Our next example is that of ba'uda, which is fi'il in the past tense. This is on the pattern of fa'ula. Step number 1, we will write the root letters. Step number 2, we will add ya with zabar on it for active voice use at the beginning of fi'il mudaare. Step number 3, we will add pesh on the last harf of fi'il mudaare according to a rule. Step number 4, we will add sukoon on the first root letter. First root letter is ba, so we will add sukoon on ba. Step number 5, we will take the middle root letter, which is ain, and on that letter in fi'il mudaare we will add pesh. We will add pesh because if in the fi'il mazi we have pesh on the middle root letter, that letter will also have pesh in the corresponding fi'il mudaare. And we have the final result yab'udu. Ba'uda, yab'udu. Yab'udu, he is far or he will be far. Yab'udu, yab'udani, yab'uduna. Tab'udu, tab'udani, yab'udna. Tab'udu, tab'udani, tab'uduna. Tab'udina, tab'udani, tab'udna. Ab'udu, nab'udu. Ab'udu, I am far or I will be far. Nab'udu, we are far or we will be far. We studied how to make fi'il mudaare using fi'il mazi on the pattern of fa'ula. Next we will practice making fi'il mudaare using fi'il mazi on the pattern of fa'ila.
Now we will do practice of how to make fi'il mudaare from fi'il mazi on the fa'ila pattern. The example that we have is shariba. Shariba is a fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense. Shariba means he drank. In the table of fi'il mazi for shariba, shariba would be cell number 1. So now we have to figure out how to convert shariba into its corresponding fi'il mudare for cell number 1. We will have to follow our 5 steps. Step number 1, we will write the root letters, that is sheen, ra and ba. Step number 2, we will add ya with a zabar on it at the beginning of fi'il mudare. We are adding ya, which is a sign of mudare, and we know that for the fi'il mudare table for cell number 1, we need to add ya. For active voice use, we will put a zabar on this ya. Step number 3, we will put a pesh on the last harf of fi'il mudare according to a fixed rule. The rule is that for cell number 1, mudare will always have a pesh on the last harf. Step number 4, we will add a sukoon to the first root letter. The first root letter is sheen, so we will add a sukoon to the first root letter. And that brings us to the final step, which is step number 5. Step number 5 is as follows. If fi'il mazi has zair on the middle root letter, such as shariba, in the case of shariba we see that ra, which is the middle root letter, has zair underneath it, then 99.99% of the time the fi'il mudare will have a zabar on that particular middle root letter. So the middle root letter is ra. In the case of fi'il mazi, we see that ra has zair underneath it. So if fi'il mazi has a middle root letter that has zair underneath it, then 99.99% of the time that corresponding letter in fi'il mudare will have zabar on it. So we have the final product, that is yashrabu. Shariba, yashrabu. Let us now study its table. Here we have our table, shariba, which is fi'il mazi, and it means he drank. The corresponding fi'il mudare is yashrabu. Yashrabu is fi'il mudare representing cell number 1. It is fi'il in the present or future tense. Yashrabu can be translated as he drinks or he will drink. Yashrabu, yashrabani, yashrabuna. Tashrabu, tashrabani, yashrabna. Tashrabu, tashrabani, tashrabuna, tashrabina, tashrabani, tashrabna. Ashrabu, nashrabu. Ashrabu means I drink or I will drink. Nashrabu means we drink or we will drink. Another example is tashrabu, which means you drink or you will drink. Next we have sami'a. Sami'a is also on the pattern of fa'ila. Sami'a is fi'il mazi, which means he heard. In the table of fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense, sami'a will represent cell number 1. So now we have to convert sami'a into its corresponding cell number 1 for fi'il mudare. We will follow our steps. We will write the root letters seen, meem and an. Step number 2, we will add ya with zabar on it for active voice use at the beginning of fi'il mudare. Step number 3, we will add a pesh on the last harf. For cell number 1, mudare will always have pesh on the last harf. Step number 4, we will put a sukoon on the first root letter. The first root letter is seen, we will put a sukoon on it. Step number 5, if fi'il mazi has zair under the middle root letter, in this case we have zair under the middle root letter, then 99.99% of the time the corresponding fi'il mudari will have zabar on that particular root letter. So we have the final result, which is yasma'u. Sami'a becomes yasma'u. Sami'a is fi'il mazi and it means he heard. Yasma'u is fi'il mudare. It is fi'il in the present tense or future tense. Yasma'u means he hears or he will hear. Yasma'u, yasma'ani, yasma'una. Tasma'u, tasma'ani, yasma'na. Tasma'u, tasma'ani, tasma'una, tasma'ina, tasma'ani, tasma'na. Asma'u, nasma'u. Nasma'u means we hear or we will hear. Next we have rahima, which is also on the pattern of fa'ila. Rahima means he had mercy. Rahima is fi'il mazi representing cell number 1 of the fi'il mazi table, and now we will convert rahima into its corresponding cell number 1 for fi'il mudare table. We will write the root letters. We will add ya with zabar on it at the beginning of fi'il mudare. We will put a pesh on the last harf of fi'il mudare according to a fixed rule. We will add sukoon on the first root letter. If fi'il mazi has zair under the middle root letter, such as the zair under ha, then 99.99% of the time, that corresponding letter in fi'il mudare will have zabar on it. So we have the final product, yarhamu, rahima, yarhamu. Rahima, fi'il mazi, meaning he had mercy, becomes yarhamu as fi'il mudare, which is fi'il in the present or future tense. Yarhamu means he has mercy or he will have mercy. Yarhamu, yarhamani, yarhamuna. Tarhamu, tarhamani, yarhamna. Tarhamu, tarhamani, tarhamuna, tarhamina, tarhamani, tarhamna. Arhamu, narhamu.
Next we have rakiba. Rakiba is fi'il mazi. Rakiba means he rode, and the fi'il mudari for rakiba is yarkabu. Yarkabu is fi'il mudari, which is fi'il in the present or future tense. Yarkabu means he rides or he will ride. Yarkabu, yarkabani, yarkabuna. Tarkabu, tarkabani, yarkabna. Tarkabu, tarkabani, tarkabuna, tarkabina, tarkabani, tarkabna. Arkabu, narkabu. Shahida. Shahida is fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense. Shahida means he bore witness. The corresponding fi'il mudari will be yashhadu. Yashhadu means he bears witness or he will bear witness. Shahida, yashhadu. Yashhadu, yashhadani, yashhaduna. Tashhadu, tashhadani, yashhadna. Tashhadu, tashhadani, tashhaduna, tashhadina, tashhadani, tashhadna. Ashhadu, nashhadu. Ashhadu means I bear witness or I will bear witness. Nashhadu means we bear witness or we will bear witness. Fariha. Fariha is fi'il mazi. Fariha means he rejoiced. The corresponding fi'il mudari is yafrahu. Fariha, yafrahu. Yafrahu means he rejoices or he will rejoice or he will be happy. Yafrahu, yafrahani, yafrahuna. Tafrahu, tafrahani, yafrahna. Tafrahu, tafrahani, tafrahuna, tafrahina, tafrahani, tafrahna. Afrahu, nafrahu. Next we have hamida. Hamida means he praised. Hamida is fi'il in the past tense. And yahmadu is the corresponding fi'il mudari or fi'il in the present or future tense. Yahmadu means he praises or he will praise. Yahmadu, yahmadani, yahmaduna. Tahmadu, tahmadani, yahmadna. Tahmadu, tahmadani, tahmaduna, tahmadina, tahmadani, tahmadna. Ahmadu, nahmadu. Ahmadu means I praise or I will praise. Nahmadu means we praise or we will praise. Finally, we have our case of exception. We have hasiba. Hasiba is fi'il mazi or fi'il in the past tense. And the corresponding fi'il mudari is yahsibu. Hasiba, yahsibu. So this is the case of exception. This is less than 0.01% of the time that Arabs will read and write it as yahsibu. However, 99.99% of the time it is read and written as yahsabu. Particularly in the Indo-Pak version of the Quranic text, we see it written as yahsabu. Yahsabu, yahsabani, yahsabuna. Tahsabu, tahsabani, yahsabna. Tahsabu, tahsabani, tahsabuna, tahsabina, tahsabani,
تحسبنا أحسب نحسب.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.